So prior to joining IEX, I completed a PhD in computer science and engineering from the University of Michigan, where my doctoral dissertation focused on the effects of algorithmic trading strategies and their impact on investors. So one of the things I found most surprising when I started doing research in equity trading and financial market structure is the fact that there are over 40 places in the US where you can trade stocks. And about a dozen of them are stock exchanges. So this so-called market fragmentation has created the potential for price disparities to merge across markets because each market individually aggregates the orders submitted by traders as well as the market data consumed from exchanges. So these price disparities might arise for only a matter of milliseconds or even microseconds, but they can be exploited for profit by the fastest market participants, otherwise known as high-frequency traders. So high-frequency traders can get speed advantages through a number of different means, such as paying for expensive direct market data feeds directly from exchanges or buying other sorts of connectivity offerings. So the thing is, the fact that being even just 1 microsecond or so faster than the next participant could mean the difference between you successfully executing your trading strategy versus not. So this has in turn perpetuated a technological arms race for speed. So what IEX has tried to do is provide a fair and simple and transparent exchange in order to address some of these conflicts in the existing exchange model. So one of the things that I thought was interesting is that a couple months ago, several students from the Imperial College of London who were studying finance came to visit IEX as part of a global course on algorithmic trading. So we were chatting with them about what they're studying, and they said as part of this course, they were divided up into different groups to come up with different trading strategies. So I asked them, how would you feel if one group could pay for an advantage over another group? The response was, of course, unanimous, said this is definitely not fair. So I think a desire for fairness is really inherent, but what we've seen in today's markets is that it's possible for certain market participants to pay for speed advantages over other participants. So what IEX has tried to do is to make fairness accessible to a wide group of participants by building a platform where no one can pay for structural advantages. So IEX was created as a fair, simple, and transparent stock exchange. It was built to protect investors as well as to provide superior execution quality. So the goal of IEX was to level the playing field so that no market participant could be faster than the market itself. So in order to do this, in order to ensure that IEX would be faster than its fastest participant, we introduced a speed bump, which you can see in this photo. Our speed bump is simply a coil of optical fiber that is 38 miles long. So this delay essentially affords us the time to update our view of the market before opportunistic traders can come in with speed advantages that they've purchased and execute trades at imminently stale prices. Our speed bump essentially then makes it possible to ensure that no market participant has better, that is to say, more up-to-date information about current prices than IEX. So after about 2 years or so of operating as an off-exchange marketplace, IEX was approved by the SEC in June of last year to operate as a national securities exchange. So we fully launched as a new stock exchange in September of 2016, and our market share has only continued to grow since then, as you can see in this chart. So in the past, one thing I think is interesting is that there's really been a lack of transparency and data around execution quality on exchanges. So as America's newest stock exchange, we set out to change that. So I co-authored a white paper that John mentioned with a couple of my colleagues at IEX, where we conducted a comparison of execution quality across exchanges. So we wanted to conduct the study in as rigorous and as objective a way as possible. So we used publicly available data, and we published our methodologies in full, including how we computed our metrics and our source code. So execution quality can mean a lot of different things to different people. So we took a holistic approach rather than offering a prescriptive definition of what execution quality means, we analyzed execution quality across a number of different dimensions. So what we found is that, for one thing, IEX offers better liquidity. And by liquidity, I mean the availability of opportunities for natural investors to interact without a professional intermediary. IEX also offers by far the most price improvement. So price improvement reflects how often trades are executing at a price strictly better than what is currently being quoted as being available. IEX also provides a more stable trading environment because far less of its volume is executed immediately prior to a quote change as compared to the other venues. So we published this research based on publicly available data, and this work came out about 3 months ago. And given that it's public data, anyone can replicate our results. But in that time, no one has come out yet to refute our results. So what we've really been able to show with publicly available data is that when a market provides equal access to all its members and does not allow any one member to get or pay for faster access than any other member, it results in better execution quality. So going forward, we plan to start listing publicly traded companies in late 2017, and I do hope that you'll continue to follow the IEX story. Ultimately, I think that anyone who believes in fairness and who believes that people should compete based on the merits of their ideas and hard work rather than on advantages that they have purchased can appreciate why IEX was created and why it has succeeded so far. Just to close, one thing to think about as you launch your own careers is the importance of fairness and transparency, and I'm hopeful that all of you will work to change the markets in the future in a way that benefits all market participants and not just a select few. Thank you.